Brian Palavai Run Far here with Michael Wardian before the 2012 Western States 100. How you doing, Mike?
Very well, man. How are you?
Doing well. This is your you're hitting the trails here for the more or less the first time this year. Have you done any big trail races so far?
No, I haven't done any trail races so far.
But you've been doing a lot of still do a lot of trail running back in DC, correct?
Yeah, I've been doing tons of you know the trail, the Potomac Heritage. I've been cranking on that every week. Like 4:45 in the morning, headlamp blazing, poles, all that kind of stuff.
Poles?
Yeah, on the rocky sections and everything. Yeah, no, man, I'm trying to get ready for UTMB later this year, and this race. So I wanted to make sure that some of that's kind of technical in that section, near Potomac Heritage, but then Potomac Overlook Park. Yeah. Like that part where you have all the kind of like dicey footing and
totally
stuff. So
you've really been working on your trail running.
I mean, once a week. So I mean, as much as and then I do the trail running every day at lunch, but it's not super technical. So.
Yeah, but you're out there every day. I mean, people think of you as a road runner, but you run every day on the trails.
Yeah.
So and have you continued? I know we spoke, at the North Face 50 last year, that you'd been doing a lot of uphill training. You really added that to your.
Yeah, I've been doing tons of that this year. So I just did the little hill climb before the race this year and felt pretty strong, and the climbing's been going really well. So, hopefully that bodes well for later in the year and tomorrow.
Yeah, you have had some setbacks this year. You've had some plantar fasciitis this.
Yeah, I have.
When did that come in?
At the North Face race, actually. So like about 25 miles into that race, and I just didn't I have a lot on my schedule, and so I just been gutting it out, and it's just been really tough. But everybody that's a runner that I know has had an injury at one time or another, so this is kind of my time to be like a pledge and just do your
suffering.
Yeah, do my time, like being not 100% and just doing the best I can and trying to get it healthy and get it fixed.
I mean, aside from the pain, how has it affected either your training and as well as in a race itself? Does it affect your performance on race day?
Well, I mean, it's frustrating because it is like I've told some people. I mean, it's like I didn't think it was a real injury until I got it, and I was just kind of like it's just like a superficial type thing, but it's really painful, and so it definitely takes away a lot of the way that you can run as aggressively as you want sometimes, but also it doesn't allow you to push as much as you want. But you can manage it, or at least I've been able to manage it, and I'm not running at the level that I like, but I'm still doing okay, and I'm just looking forward to being able to push like I want, and in training it's limiting a little bit in that it makes it hard to do some of the workouts that I really enjoy.
Have you had to, what kind of workouts have you had to cut back on?
Like the speed work and stuff like that. It just makes it like really hurt.
Yeah.
So it's been great because I've been doing a lot of climbing because it doesn't seem to make it hurt as much, which is, I don't know if that's normal or not, but for me that's been the case. So just like landing more like this rather than really slamming it down. Well, actually, I heel strike a little bit actually on my left foot, so that actually adds to the pain a little bit. But yeah, I mean, it's just causing me to do some different things in training, and that's fine.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be stronger for it, and I already feel like I'm stronger for it, just because I'm still having to train, and it's not always as much fun as it could be, but it just makes you appreciate, like there's some days when I run like pain-free and I'm just like, oh my god, this is the awesomest day ever. And so I'm excited. So
you still find some joy in it, even?
Oh man, I find joy every day. I mean, it's fun that I mean, it could be worse. It could be I don't know, broken foot or stress fracture, or something where you have to take time off, and I haven't had to really take any time off.
You definitely have not cut back from your race schedule. So
I mean, I mean, it's just frustrating not to be able to run at the level that you feel like you should be able to run at, and I think everything, it ebbs and flows, and hopefully I'll be it's a long year, and there's lots of races in front of me, and
Yeah.
it'll be fun. And
I mean, looking back, you've been second at the 50K U.S. Championships. You really gutted it out, and you were 8th at 100K World Championships coming back at the end.
Yeah.
And had a decent run at Two Oceans.
Yeah, and I didn't run great at Comrades, but I mean, I still went through 50 miles in like 5:25 or something, which was faster than any American ran for 50 miles last year, in a 50-mile race at least. Yeah, so it's still fast. It's just, compared to everyone else there, it's not fast. So, it's like, you just got to look at it in that. And the 50K, I ran a 2:21 the day before. So, I was pleased to be able to run a 3:02 50K after running a 2:21 and running, pretty much in a lot of pain. So, it's I think that'll bode well for, a race like tomorrow where, there's going to be points where it's really painful, and I've been doing a lot of that.
Unless tomorrow's one of your days when it's not painful.
Yeah, like today, yesterday it didn't feel great, and today it feels amazing, and so, I'm hoping that holds true for tomorrow.
In pretty much any race I've ever seen you enter or go into, you say, I'm going to win.
Yeah.
Is that your strategy for tomorrow, or do you,
there's so many guys. Like, I think that, all these guys have so much respect for each other, and I have a lot of respect for them. I think it's hard to say that, but I think, I want to be in the mix, and I think to do that, you gotta think that you have a chance to win, and you gotta go out there to win and run, the best race you can. And so, I'm here, and I've got a great crew lined up, and some pacers lined up, and I got a sweet new hydration pack that I'm all jacked up to use.
So you run in twice?
Three times, yeah. I just got it last week, but it's pretty sweet. North Face just made us these cool hydration packs that you're gonna see for Western States and then also for UTMB. So I'm doing that one later in the year. So
awesome.
So yeah, that's been fun to run in, and
so you've run a couple hundreds.
Yeah.
We see. Everybody does think of you as more as a road specialist, but you have run a ton of trail races. Your best 100 though was your first 100 Vermont, like years ago, before you were Michael Wardian.
I was just a normal guy. I had like my wife now. She was my girlfriend then, and we had like 10 people, and it was awesome. We made up little T-shirts, and like no one knew who we were, and it was so cool. It was fantastic. Vermont's I think the course has actually changed. It's a little bit harder now, but I ran pretty fast, and I actually didn't get chicked, and I was like, oh, no girl's gonna beat me, but it was actually Ann Trayson. So like, I ended up like beating Ann Trayson, which was cool. I didn't know who she was, but I was just like, I can't lose to a girl. And then, I've lost to plenty of girls now. Yeah. So, Ellie almost beat me at 2 Comrades this year. She was flying, so.
Yeah, well, maybe you can stick with her tomorrow. That'd be a decent race.
Yeah, if I could stick with her, that would be pretty sweet. Yeah.
But in terms of 100, you had that great 100, and then you haven't really had a 100 that you've nailed since. Is there anything going into Western States this year that you've changed, or is there anything that you really think you can do to have a better result at a trail 100?
Yeah, man. I think that the working on the climbing, I think, is going to be helpful. I think I've done some longer races now, like I did Badwater last year, and so I had my nutrition pretty good in that race. My crew may differ in what they say, but I felt like I was pretty good for maybe like 18, 19 hours, which like, it was a long time for me. Like, I'd only ever run, like, this was last time I did Western States. I think I did 1930 or something. Which is
your longest ever run.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So like at one time, and so I think the nutrition in 100 is like almost as important.
So then, what is your nutrition plan generally?
So, well, no, it's pretty easy. It's going to be gels and electrolytes, Succeed tablets.
Pretty regimented schedule? Or?
Yeah, pretty regimented schedule, and pretty much on time every time, even if you don't want it. And then just trying to make sure to stay up on my fluids. And it's going to be super, good weather. So, it should be a fantastic race.
It'll be cooler than it is at 5 or 4:45 on a DC morning right now, right?
Yeah, it's over 100 there right now. So it's been hot, but you know, that's been good training for this. And I mean, I think the sauna training, I did sauna training, which I guess it can't hurt.
Nope. Well, best of luck out there.
Hey man,
Wardian, and,
thanks a lot, man.